in April, I saw a video of this girl talking about how she makes a lot of money on her podcast. And I was like, I should make a podcast so I can make a lot of money. Because I was tired of making TikToks every day and doing brand deals, and it wasn't climbing. I was making a steady paycheck, but it wasn't climbing, and I wanted to do something that could make me more money.
And what was your idea for the podcast?
So my favorite podcast is How I Built This with Guy Raz.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites too.
I love that. So I would listen to every episode because I've always wanted to do something, and I just love listening to founders' stories. So I knew I could never be an interviewer like him, but since I loved that podcast, I was inspired by it, but it was supposed to be a parody of it. So it was just, I knew I could never do it as well as he does it. So it was gonna be called So Youre Rich. And I was gonna interview rich people and just figure out how they got rich so I could become rich too. But really early on, I was like, I knew I wanted to interview celebrities, and I was like, what celebrities are gonna do So Youre Rich?
Okay.
And my very first interview got sent to my team at the time, and they accidentally sent me an email thread that was not meant to be seen by me, where they were just talking about how horrible my podcast was and how it would never go anywhere, and I should just be myself and not be in this character.
What was the character? Like, it's obviously you're obviously famous for your sarcasm, deadpan. Was it that sort of thing?
Yeah. They thought that was so stupid.
Was that a character?
Kind of. It was just an exaggerated version of me, I guess.
Okay.
So yeah, but it was a character. As soon as the cameras go off, it's just a normal conversation between me and the person, but then cameras go on and I would begin to act like that.
Who was the first person you had on the podcast?
Her name is Colleen Ballinger. Miranda sings. It was titled So Youre Rich when I interviewed her.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would just be like, so you're rich. How do I do that too? And I would just figure out, ask her questions that most people wouldn't ask rich people.
Okay.
But yeah, then they said that was a bad idea, so then I switched it to the Really Good Podcast.
How did those early people on the show, your early guests, how did they react to kind of that character?
They knew that it was coming. She is a comedian, so I think she really knew and she understood it, and she said it was going to be big. And then I started paying people I'd pay people to kind of spot and help me connect with celebrities because I didn't know how else to get that.
So you had people booking?
No, I would say comment and tag a celebrity, and if that celebrity replies and it leads to me getting a interview with them, I'll give you $300.
Okay.
So somebody tagged Funny Marco, and then I posted that on my story on Instagram. I said, Funny Marco, if you want this girl to get $300, you need to be on my podcast. And his podcast is what led to Drake being on mine.
Okay.
Yeah, because that one went very viral.
So you're kind of guilting celebrities into...
Yeah, exactly what I was doing.
I've never heard that marketing. That's really good.
I knew I couldn't afford the celebrity.
Yes.
And they don't do that for money.
No.
So I was like, what do I do? But you can guilt them into it.